build. As a politician that is a poorly minded, with that poverty mind, when he drives, he tells himself, I am doing so well. People love me. Look at them. They have no jobs. I am their job. They have nowhere to look to. I am their hope. They don't want it. They know that if I fail, they will go hungry. And that is why when you see this, the children of perdition, I'm talking about these humbled slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons who worship their own oppressors, and they tell you to be grateful that at least they gave them something. I said, listen, when would you understand the difference between a system and then cabals that runs your system? A system will take care of everyone without having to direct you to the houses of your oppressors, so that you can be grateful to God for giving, for giving you them. Oh, we thank God. If not for Tifnumbu, my business would have collapsed. If not for Tifnumbu in our family, I wouldn't have gone to school. How? My father lost his job, and then somebody gave him a card, and he went to Bodilon. And Tifnumbu was coming in his Black Maria convoy, and he saw my dad crying. And he said, who is that man? Come here. That's what changed my daddy's life. My daddy can kill anybody for Tifnumbu. That is how we ended up. I said, how did he do it? Just help us thank God, though. They told my daddy to start collecting 2020 naira from people on the one under bridge somewhere in Obalende. And within 6 months, we moved out of our face me and face you that we are living in. My daddy was able to pay our school fees. If not for Tifnumbu, I say, oh, wow. So you left the trenches. And how many people individually like that, if it is not because of Bukola Saraki, if not because of this and that, they are not saying if not because of this policy, if not because of that policy that changed the life of millions and all of that. They don't care about that. And that is why I said that Nigerians don't hate oppression. Nigerians don't hate corruption. Nigerians don't hate stealings. Nigerians don't hate all these maladies. Most of them just don't like it because they are not the ones doing it. Unfortunately, the criminals who denied you all of the good things of life, the criminals that denied you all of this and they were accumulating wealth, they are billionaires. They have everything. They can buy anybody. They can go to under bridge and pick anybody, any homeless person, give them visa, clean them up and bring them to the UK or take them to America so that they can say, God has blessed us, even when they are still exploiting you. Now, look at it. They are going to have to drive on the terrible roads that they failed to fix. They would have to continue to milk. Oh, no, it's so heartbreaking. I don't even know where to put it. They will not have access to good health care. Since they fail to give you one, they won't have access to it. So they bought themselves a private jet, and they can fly out of Nigeria anytime they want. They have diplomatic passport, Abi. They can enter anywhere, anytime. Is that not poverty of the mind? The money, the $20,000, the $20,000 is holding. Maybe he's been spending, God knows how much he spent so far. The billions and billions they are going to steal from you, and they have to invest them on their children education abroad. They close your schools. You, humbled slaves, you are pointing fingers. Shena Ekweremadu close school. I said now there plenty pass from you. Shena Tifnumbu close school. Of course, no be in now. No be in can't take padlock, lock them because they don't lock your senses. Seriously. They destroyed your education and they decided to go and buy education for their children abroad. They destroyed your health care. Go and look at the old people that are dying from very, very small ailments. That if they have access to good health care, they will live longer than what Nigeria is knocking the life out of them now. The criminals destroyed healthcare. Every 4 years, they promise you good health. We are going to give everybody good health care. We are going to give you education. Every 4 years, they tell you they were going to give you education. I mean, they're going to give you electricity. They are promising they're going to give you security. But what they do is that they steal from you and they go outside to go and buy that for their own family members. And you, humbled slave, you are jumping from one social media to another. You are defending the rogues. Tifnumbu, after all his successors, the godfather, the kingmakers in Lagos, he will have to come to London. So they are doing themselves too. See, they have the money. They have the whole power that they claim to have. The people are dying. They are dying from the chronic system that they've put in place. You are suffering. They have sized you and they are offering you things that will never make your life better. But they are all over the world buying the same thing they denied you. With your money, they are buying it for themselves. You are celebrating, God catch them, God catch them. But look at your lives. As long as Nigeria remain one, you have no way out. Nigeria is divided. They all know it. But as divided as Nigeria is, now from there, then they gain their own power. But many of you were alive a while back when these charlatans, one Nigerians like you, made this statement. Sit back and listen to this before we go to the next stage or next part of this convo. You should continue to choose your poison.
Think are the members or the citizens or indigents of those states that they think they are truly not happy with this, because we have received several complaints, even from the Yorubas themselves, that their governors are doing what they are doing. And again, like I said, we are under a political dispensation. And these same people are saying that they needed power in 2023. I wonder how we, the Northerners, will accept to vote anybody that is not a Northerner in 2023 with this kind of arrangement that is going on, that openly, even as at this time that you are not in government, you are already indicating that you cannot unite the country. You are already segregating against Nigerians. You are already depriving some Nigerians from their means of livelihood. Now that you have not been given the opportunity to lead Nigeria, you are already doing this. Then what more if we decide to accept that we will support any candidate from the southern part of Nigeria? It means the north will be gone. I think this is also a better and stronger basis within which we will continue to clamor and call on our people to know that they cannot and should not and should never, and we will not allow through the ballot box anybody that will not unite this country to be the next president of Nigeria in 2023, because automatically you have indicated that you cannot hold this country together. If you are given the opportunity to lead, you are only going to divide, because what you are doing now is a method of division. It's an indirect dividing the country, because where you deprive me of my means of livelihood, and what else do you expect me to do? What else? And we are talking of crime and criminality. And we are trying to see to it that crime and criminality is reduced to the barest minimum. The government at the center is doing everything humanly possible to ensure that crime and criminality across the federation is being reduced to the barest minimum. But by this act, you are indirectly instigating violence. You are indirectly instigating chaos. You are indirectly, expressing that you are not willing to continue to, to harbor other Nigerians from the other parts of the country that are resident in you. And I've said it before, I'm going to repeat it again. In Kano and Kaduna alone, you have more than 19 million, in the entire northern Nigeria, you have more than 19 million Yorubas resident in the 19 northern states. And not only resident, these guys owns personal property, land, farmlands, houses, and shops and what have you. And we live with these people peacefully. We try as much as we can to protect them, to protect their lives, to protect their properties. Why is it that the properties and the lives of our own people that are resident in your own state is not being protected, is not being guided? That is not to say that we don't know what we are doing. We are not fools. We also have feelings the way you have feelings. We think the way you think. We can act the way you act. But we have been trying as much as we can to restrain our people from taking the laws into their hands. And by what you are doing, you are instigating violence. So we are saying that the southern governors should go back and have a rethink of this their policy. We don't have problem with their policy for as long as they are going to provide an alternative for our people that are resident there, most especially with this grazing issue. If they are going to provide alternative for the Fulanis, build grazing reserves for them, and then let them go into the grazing reserve and be paying you on meritorium, or even if it is rent on a monthly basis. But you are passing a law that says you do not want to see a single cow moving on the street. You do not want to see a single cow moving on the street, and you do not provide an alternative for them. For God's sake, how will they feed those animals? How? How will they be able to feed these animals? And you keep on arresting these animals and also charging fees, arresting, charging, and collecting fees from the Fulani nomads that are innocently trying to find a way of putting ends together. We are saying no to this, and we're also meant to understand a lot of these charges that were being given, there's even no receipt for the charges. You only charge them, and at the end of the day, they leave. You leave, arrest their cows, and then charge them exorbitantly before releasing the cows, and the next 3 days you come back and re-arrest again. This is not the best way of revenue generation. If you want to generate revenue, you should build ranches. After building the ranches, then you can enact your law, then push the Fulanis into the ranch. Those that refuse to obey those laws, we now know that they deliberately refuse to obey the laws, and we are law-abiding citizens. Northerners are law-abiding. We are Nigerians. We believe in Nigeria. We respect.
Scott, I just brought that back. But some of you who don't really understand Yoruba, I have another version from Yoruba land about election as well. Oh. Listen, it's about election. Oh, okay? They are saying that if you don't accept the Fulani and their cows in the southern Nigeria, forget about 2023. There are already now, some churches are already saying Christians must vote for people who believe in our religion and will defend us and this and that. In Yoruba land, we don't get our own shekau. Sorry if you don't understand Yoruba, okay? I beg, princess, let me interpret. Bolu, my brother, you are there, Abi. Do some interpretation. Oh, yeah, before. Boko ti wa nile Yoruba. Listen to this way too.
Tó ti nílẹ̀ Ìbùhárí rìdíìmù ló kù tí ó darí làwa tí ń tako ipe kí kiri yóò jẹ́ president. Kò wá ní ìdí ní ìsìnkẹ́rì kan sọ pé àwa torí ọ̀rẹ́ kan àwa adáwà lọ́tọ̀ ni. Harris Tinubu sí the best a sì gbà kó jẹ́ kiri yó. Kàkà kó jẹ́ kiri yó ó kú sàn kó jẹ́ Tinubu. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi nìsín. Ká bàbá fẹ́ mú ẹlòmíì agbára ọ̀ká á ní Amosun. Mùsùlùmí ni mọ́dọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀rí mùsùlùmí ẹ̀sì tó sàn ṣùgbọ́n kò níbò kẹta so lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ Tinubu ló tún kùnlẹ̀ bàbá Tinubu àwọn mùsùlùmí láwọn wọ́n láwọn mùsùlùmí láwọn ìyàwó wọn pásítọ̀ ní kéèsì kírísítẹ̀n lásán pásítọ̀ ní kọ̀sọ́ ọmọ kan tí èsì kiri yó wọ́n wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n fẹ́ mú nọ́ọ̀tì wọ́n tó ní kó lọ mú kiri yó nọ́ọ̀tì ayé ibi ṣe bàjẹ́ bù gbogbo tá à ń sàn sẹ́ni nítorí tá a fi ń sọ báyìí ó rẹ̀ ní pé wà láyé ẹgbàgbé jímọ̀ tẹ́ẹ̀ni lè dé jímọ̀ ìbọn náà ló sọ Ọlọ́run ní ẹ má jẹ́ wọ́n rọwọ́ mú lè yí lórí àbí ẹ̀gbọ́n náà ni Suratul Mumtahina àyà kìíní àti àyà kejì ẹ má ṣe tiẹ́ ẹ má gbé wọn dépò ẹ má jẹ́ wọ́n jọ́gà lè yí lórí àdúgbò lọ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn náà tó wá wo Suratul Tawba báyà yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kẹjọ kọ́ ni ọlọ́run ní kí ni ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí tí máa lè jọ̀gá lé yín lórí wọ́n à ní ọlọ́run wọ́n à ní wó yìí sí nǹkan kan wọ́n máa pa yín dànù ni agbọ́nà ní àgbọ̀dọ̀ jẹ́ wọ́n jọ̀gá lé ya lórí olùlọ́kọ̀ wa pé ká máa against wọn gbọ́ mi yé àṣẹ ọlọ́run. Ìkejì ibi tí majority bá wà ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ fún ní right majority kí lẹ́jọ́ ń pín tábánikà pé Nàìjíríà generally ṣé àwọn adájà lẹ́ ní south south àti south east gbogbo south south yẹn bíi kí gómìnà jẹ́ mùsùlùmí gómìnà jẹ́ kiriyó kí mákèjì rẹ̀ jẹ́ kiriyó ni o kí wọ́n gbogbo kọmísánà lè jẹ́ kiriyó sáájà mẹ́ nígbà tá a sì mẹ́ tá a pọ̀ tó nǹkan gbogbo ibi tá a ti pọ̀ tó nǹkan sáájà ìkòkò ibi tá a ti pọ̀ jù wọn lọ tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí sáájà gómìnà márùn kiri yóò ẹ̀ka péré ní mùsùlùmí ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹfà péré ní mùsùlùmí mùsùlùmí náà rẹ̀ wá rí ẹ̀mà ìwò bó ṣe wà wù kò lè tọ́ka sí pé ọ̀nà tó ń gbà rán ìsìlámù lọ rí gbogbo àwọn christian pátápátá ni wọ́n ń dá sí project christian seriously wọ́n nílò àká ìbí kan ní wọ́n ní pásítọ̀ wọn tí ó jẹ́ pé wíwọlé wọn sí gómìnà ó mú kí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wọn tó sí kíni kó tó gbèrò sí ọlágbára sí wọ́n dẹ̀ lẹ́mí ẹ̀sìn nínú wọ́n lérò ẹ̀sìn nínú ẹ̀rọ àwọn àti àwọn àmì kankan fẹ́sìn wọ́n mọ̀ yọ bọ́rọ̀bọ́rọ̀ ni ní ìsìn àwọn alẹ́ ní ìdìbà àwọn òkòlù àwọn alẹ́ ní ìdìbà bóyè tọ́lọ́wọ́ bá wọlé lọ́sùn bí kiri yá àdìbò fún àdìbò fún pàdíláwọ̀ àdìbò fún àwọn tó gbẹ́kẹ̀lé tí sòṣìṣẹ́ wọn àdìbò fún kiri ọlọ́pọ̀ jù náà rẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀lẹ́ tẹ́ran lọ́rùn yorùdúnà kún bí àfúwà yìí ọlọ́run tí ma ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ tí ma ń sọ̀rọ̀ jáde lẹ́nu tó dàbẹ̀ pé ń fà yín lójú mara wà tá ẹ̀bá kúlùrù ọlọ́run lọ́kàn wọn ọ̀fẹ́ yìí o bọ́lọ̀ lọ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé àwọn principles oríṣiríṣi tọ́lọ́ ti sọnù Al-Qur'ani tí ò táwọn èèyàn yìí Tinubu nítorí pé ọkàn sọpọ̀ jẹ́ mọ́ wá nítorí ó kọ rẹ̀ lásán wọn náà wo tó fojú ẹ̀ rí wọ́n dúró ní ìsìn wọ́n ti decide wípé APC tó wá fi lè mú muslim ticket àwọn olùdíbò fún ìmí tètè lọ lábẹ́nú Peter ni wọ́n expect kí Àtíkù àti Tinubu kọjọ bá ìbò mùsùlùmí jẹ́ káwọn táwọn jẹ́ kiri yóò káwọn apá ìbò àwọn pọ̀ káwọn fi sọ́dọ̀ ẹtí ẹ̀dọ̀ rọ́sìn.
I apologize to many of you who didn't understand that the Yoruba that lunatic was fuming out there or spewing. He's telling his own listeners that the Muslims, Allah told them that they must never allow any Christian to be above them. He said, this is the Allah. This is what Allah told them. Allah told them to always be against. And he's a Yoruba man. He is lying, no. In Yoruba land, no, we don't do that. He is also positioning himself for political patronage through religion, manipulation. He has his own listeners there. He is talking absolute trash and nonsense. So he's not a Yoruba man. So if you know him, in Yoruba land, if that is their own style, all you to take right now is to look for that guy. They will give him money. Once they give him money, that's what he's looking for. He's complaining that because the governors in southern Nigeria and the deputy governors in southern Nigeria, because they are mostly Christians, right? And that is why churches are expanding in southern Nigeria. Now look at Tinubu. His wife is a Christian. I mean, it's not just a Christian. She is a pastor. Now look at that. So Tinubu is not a real Muslim to him. That's why he's telling people that he's not a real Muslim. That Tinubu needs a real Muslim to make him look like a real Muslim if he really wants to win election. And he's telling them that the Christians are now threatening that if Tinubu should take Muslim ticket, they won't vote for him. And he said, Allah said, they must never let any Christian lead them. Now look at all the churches in the southern Nigeria. It's because the southern governors and deputy governors are Christians now. That is what that Wiri is talking about. And he's from Osun State. Ekweremadu, who happened to be a Muslim, yeah, was their governor for 8 years. He ran the state bankrupt. I have never seen anything like that in my life. A whole state became bankrupt. As other states, they do their Bambiala every month to collect money from Abuja. Osun State, no, they get allocation again. Imagine a whole state collecting 850 naira in a month. When Lagos State, Lagos State was collecting 18 billion, River State collecting 11 billion, Ogun State collecting 9 billion, Osun State under Ekweremadu, they were collecting 850 naira because Ekweremadu has used the state allocation to borrow money. So now to repay back, they have to just first they deduct how much they've borrowed. At last, they started paying half salary, 1/3 salary, 1/4 salary. That Wiri is still pushing religion. So that was what he's saying. He's telling them that, this election, all the Muslims should rise up and, but he's not alone. There are others too who are talking. There's this woman, this popular pastor too, who actually gave a speech. I missed that video in my collection today. But again, the Christians are appealing to people to go and register and vote this time around, to avoid Islamization. You see all the old chaos. Everybody, they deceive themselves. One Nigeria. Everybody get agenda. The Muslims are these Muslim fanatics. They are feeling like they are, Nigeria cannot go to Christian. The Christians are feeling like, they want to Islamize Nigeria. We must have a Christian. All of them, they deceive themselves. Nigeria is a mismatch. Do you understand? It is a total mismatch. If we remain together, now this confusion will kill all of us. Even if you don't agree. If all of us continue to pretend this way, Christian, Muslim, they pretend, they lie to yourselves and the rest of that, break it up and you go see clearly. All of you where they do this one now just all of you where they do urgent 2K. Somebody messaged me and he said, Mayegun, Baba, Joshi Mulisari, I feel see like 2K for you, Baba. Make I just take and see fronts. The whole thing no clear. I said, what you want take 2K do? Where you want take and see fronts? I said, Baba, you no worry. If you see I say I no get 2K. Just manage. You no need to see too far. Just So me too. I am saying it to you that though if I give him 2K, maybe we'll see clear, Abi. I'm saying it to you right now that break up Nigeria. Are you with me? And see how workable it is to work in parts. And you see the rogues who are benefiting from this disjointed world of you. As long as you continue to say, we'll come together. What you are doing is that you are validating the slave camp. Okay. Now the slave camp, the contraption that you are validating for them is not even for you. It's for them. But again, religion is playing out. They may deny, but it is there. Okay. Listen to this, pastor, too. Go and get your PVC. You need to vote for people who believe in our... They don't want to say avoid Islamization. No.
Now, who are you to vote for? That's a big question. First of all, vote for competence. Vote for delivery. Who is it that can competently lead this nation? Who are the ones who can bring us out of mess? Out of riots, out of killings, out of corruption. Find out. But get your card ready. We vote for competence. Number two, we vote in defense of the faith. The faith. You know how much the church has suffered the last 8 years. Killings upon killing. Killings in Plateau. Killings in Taraba. Killings in Benue. And largely in Christian communities. Killings now gone to the south, in Ondo State and several other places where people are being killed silently without us knowing. Vote in defense of the faith. Vote only for people who can defend our faith. And what more? Vote for individuals who care for other ethnic groups and not focusing only on Fulanis. Hear it very clearly. All the ones who have been killing people, have you heard that any of them was arrested? No, you won't hear that. You won't hear that. You won't hear that. How many officials went to a war to go and sympathize with the community where they kill people? Let's be wise. If anybody tells you now that there is no religion in politics in this country, they are deceiving you. So bring out your faith. Don't hide it that you are voting for your faith. Don't hide it. Till tomorrow I will vote for my faith. I will vote for my faith. I won't vote for somebody who will slaughter me. I will vote for my faith. Amen. Vote for your faith. Vote for your faith. In states where we have
Abi, you know, Haidam, he just said it. Like, that's it. You know, do I need to add anything? Do I need to sugarcoat again? Religion go play a role in this election. It go play a role. Abi? As if to say, now that religious person or this and that is going to come and perform the magic and fix Nigeria. Break ikini. Yoruba nation ló kàn. Break ikini yìí ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa kẹ́ save lives. Break it up and save lives. Stop keeping Nigeria together in order to keep the battery of Bokwari in London charging, to keep Tifnumbu's Pampas dry and his private jet flying. When you keep Nigeria one, you keep Atifku to continue to live rent-free in Dubai. Why you have to start praying, may God bring them back in Jesus' name? You the Christ? About a Christ or na mental or na malaria. Say na malaria or na mental. Whatever it is. People are determined. This is the part where, you know, is becoming, and it's you know, it's still going to take another dimension or many dimensions as you proceed, because obedient they don't seem to be backing down in a way. Now listen to this.
Now we've been registering and we're having a peaceful registration since morning until these Muslim men came in and they called that Harina, meaning Christians, are here gathering and doing PVC, that they should come and disrupt. So as you can see them, let's go now. We have to quickly leave so that we will not endanger our lives. See them. See him. Maybe it's my dog. Now. See them. Please, let's move this thing so that we enter. Everybody out there. Yes, doctor, move now. Lock up. So you can see them. The ones with the mustache and the rest of them. They are making calls to cause crisis in Lugbe Federal Housing. And the people are upset. But for our safety, we have to leave.
Move this motor now. The person come meet us for road.
For our safety, we had to leave. So they don't want Peter Obi. They don't want Peter Obi. They know that everybody are out for Peter Obi. They don't want Peter Obi. Until young folk, good. So you can see. They know that people are out for Peter Obi. They want
Federal Housing Lugbe, Abuja. If they are ready to stop you from registering to vote, you can only imagine what it go be like when you come and say, Obi terete, Obi, give us Obi terete,
Oh boy, see crowd. For Abuja PVC. The youths don't come out, don't play, CQ. They even the inside self.
Send me that video. Let's put my shoes.
Some people are still entering though. Don't play. Oh boy, yeah. Later they'll call us online Twitter. Fuck that shit, man, nigga. People are still coming though. Look at massive. More people still coming. Abuja, old parade ground. You can see massive.
Man, a lot is going on in Nigeria right now. No joke. Don't believe what all this APC, people destroying people tells you, okay? Like, seriously, people that I speak to back in Nigeria as we speak, that they catch that cruise. I just hope that they will be, you know what I mean now? They will be bold enough, massive that enough to take on the system when their agents, especially now they're called Louis in the race, their agent comes and say, oh yeah, now come and vote now. Oh yeah, they don't make call now. Oh yeah, they don't say they won't cause wala. Oh yeah, we'll leave this place because of our life. Oh. And the way it looks like, if PVC is so fun, right? The way it looks like during election, this is what it looks like. When they don't want you to vote.
I will not allow you to. Help me. If they carry me, they go, we are not know. Help me.
I will keep that video. It's going to be useful. Especially when Tifnubu and gang, when they rush you. When all of them go, they say, help me, or they don't start to. But some say, Baba, you just not play. Why you go? Do you really think we come to play? You won't see Peter B. You won't see Peter B. Army. Ha. They are determined. They are everywhere. Obi Votron, Obi movement, or you don't see their what's it called? Second division or second division battalion. They are coming. That's why I said I like you. I like Obi movement. I like you guys. I love your enthusiasm because for somebody like me, I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing or not. So sure you get. When you push and push and you push, where you are right now pushing. If you push it for the next 8 months, you last time for 8 months, and you're gonna be say, "Oh more, now do or die, dead. We die here." If anybody try any rigging, if they even if they like, may they go bring Alaji Shekau in his old age, like that one where you see earlier, Say we go die here. So if they can't try to twist you, Obi no con see second, or you know see fourth. You go no say now Joro Abi. That energy. That's why I'm gonna need us to have that energy. Because I will be your friend. Then I'll say, I told you, but listen, it's not over. Mo kuku break everything up.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
So what I'm gonna do next is this. we are going to start, which is the other part of our conversation tonight, and that has to do with the continuation of our fundraiser, which we suspended yesterday. But I am going to actually ask you, and I'm going to read the comments. Do you want us to suspend the fundraiser that we are currently doing, on the legal, the legal fee of Oloye Sunday Igboho? Yeah. Do you want us to continue, or we should just call it a night and I'll see you tomorrow? So I'll read the comments. Right. Somebody said that we should suspend it, and then we can do that tomorrow. So what I'm going to do then, hang on. Somebody is saying that I should talk about the killings of 2 people in Oyo. I don't have the details, and I don't talk about what I don't have the details. Okay. So if you have heard something about that, that eventually probably I'm going to come across it. Okay. So, and if you have any details, just share it here. Okay. And I'm not just going to be blabbing about something I don't have any details about. All right. So about the Oyo. So I'm going to take calls anyway. I'm going to take calls. Okay. So people want me. Oh dear. So people want me to continue then. Okay. So what happened is this: I'm going to take a break. Right. We'll make up our mind. We will continue because tomorrow I want Oloye to join us tomorrow. Yeah, Igboho will be joining us tomorrow just briefly as well. Because from the last time he joined us, right, we have been able to really turn up. Yes, we've turned up. In fact, we have been able to actually make a bit of a deposit of 3 million from what we were able to actually gather immediately, from our own savings as well. However, we said that we would actually raise everything, right? If we can, and if we can't, sure, we'll give whatever we can get. So I would like to hear from you. That's what I'm going to say. So if we want us to continue tonight, all you have to do is just indicate, and when you call in, or when I get back, I'll read more of the comments, okay, after my break, and then I'll start taking calls. And if you're just joining us, you don't want to be part of the fundraiser and all of that, you can just move this broadcast back and you can start watching from the beginning again, okay? So, however, mind you, you can still like the video, by the way. Like this broadcast if you haven't. I mean, like it now. Share it if you haven't. And if this is your first time on Mayegun's Diary Political, you can actually stay back and subscribe too. On YouTube, right? We have over 3,000 of us on YouTube right now. And we only have about 700 of us who actually stop by to, take your time. Do that just before we continue. Yeah, a break, and I will be back.